Oh my God, I'm super hyped because we're getting a new skill raid, which is called the Spider Society, reworks to Ghost Spider and Spider-Man Noir. All of these characters are going to have 2 tags. That's right. They're all going to have skill, and they're going to have bio on Peter B. Parker, as well as skill, tech as well as skill, bio as well as skill, and then bio as well as skill, and then mystic as well as skill. So what I like about these 3 new characters, they each kind of have like a theme. Like Pav is all about getting speed up and putting out slow. And then we've got some themes right here with barrier and deflect. And then we got Peter B. Parker. Aw, such a cutie right there. And going to be doing a support role with a lot of cleansing and healing. Now, I kind of want to go in the order that they act. I'm just going to go over the speeds very quickly on them. Pav has the highest speed of 128. The Noir has the second highest speed, 120, but they changed his passive, and we're going to go over his kit first so that he gets 25% speed bar on spawn in raids. So Noir is going to be going first, then it's going to be Pav, then it's going to be Ghost Spider, which has a speed of 119. Peter B. Parker has a speed of 108, and then PENI Parker of 106. Now let's get into the small reworks on Noir, and there's going to be some stat increases right here. Gaining the skill and Spider Society traits, health stat up by 50%, damage stat 20%, armor by 15%, focus by 50%, and resist by 50%. Now, they did change some of his passive, like this first one right here used to be in Crucible only. In health, if health is full, gain revive once with the 50% of this character's max health. That used to be Crucible only. Gain 1 stealth. And the reason why the stealth is going to be important is there's a call out to stealth in the ultimate. In raids, gain offense up. In raids, fill speed bar by 25%, meaning he's going to go first. This character attacks deals an additional 50% damage to any Hydra or Swarm enemies. That's just a lore call out. And then this is why I love this guy so much. When an enemy gains a positive effect, fill this character by speed bar by 10%. Gain 25% damage. Spider-Verse allies gain 25% damage. So that used to be like a tangled web call out, but now it just says Spider-Verse allies in raids gain an additional 50% damage for self and all Spider Society allies. Now, when we're taking a look at his ultimate, which is going to go off early, it's also worth mentioning that when Ghost Spider goes third, Ghost Spider has the ability of spreading all the negative effects, and there's going to be some battery, some ability energy thrown around by PENI and Ghost Spider, but bleed, heal block, hitting a primary and adjacent targets in raids, clear regeneration, extra focus. If this character has stealth, which he's going to spawn with stealth on spawn, apply disrupted for 2 turns to the primary target. Now, they added a taunt removal on the special attack, and then it also still has the ping, but mostly this is taunt removal is what is new on this attack. And then I always found this to be interesting, like if you're hitting into a, let's say, Infinity Watch, which has like immunity and safeguard. If the primary target has no negative effects at the end of this turn, fill this character's speed bar by 50%. Very nice. We got the basic attack the primary target for damage, gain stealth, 50% chance to gain evade. In Crucible, always gain evade, and then in raids, we'll get evade and regeneration. I wanted to show quickly here on the screen the ISO attack because this information is found nowhere. It's not in game. It's not on MSF.gg. But there it is right there, the ISO safety assist attack. Now, we're going to go to Pav, which all I know about this guy, he's got amazing hair. Look at his amazing hair. And I don't know how to say his name. PAVITR? I don't know, but I'm just going to call him Pav. Has a speed of 128, and most of his kit is around speed up and slow. On spawn, gain speed up, applied 2 vulnerables to all enemies. Now, this is kind of a big deal and important because it works differently than just like an ISO attack, right? So what we learned when Cloak and Dagger came out is that when vulnerables are applied from a character's kit, they can be resisted. So, I think that maybe Striker or Raider might be fine on him, which I'm not really sure. But if the vulnerables are not applying on Spawn, then maybe Skirmisher will be applied. But I got to tell you, after looking at the kits, I think Raider is going to be the overall theme on this entire group of characters because they get tons of bonuses on crits. In raids, apply slow for 3 turns and trauma for 1 turn to the enemy with the highest speed. On turn end, for every enemy with slow, gain 1 speed up to a maximum of 5. In raids, if this character has speed up, enemies cannot gain speed up. For each speed up on this character, gain 5% drain and 20% focus. And this is where all this crit chance just pops off. Gain 20% crit chance, 10% crit damage, and focus. Hero, Spider-Verse allies gain crit chance, crit damage, and focus. In raids, gain additional crit chance, crit damage, and focus. I'm thinking Raider is going to be the way to go. Spider Society allies gain additional crit chance, crit damage, and focus. Man, I'm thinking Raider after reading that. We will have to see. Let's go to the ultimate. Now, from what I can see, between Ghost Spider and PENI, these should be full in raids anyway. So this is going to go off early in raids based on what I'm seeing. Tag primary adjacent targets, apply defense down for 2 turns, and slow. And we've already got bleeds, disrupt, and heal block out from Noir. And all of that can be spread by Ghost Spider. We'll see how it goes. Rebound chain for 6 adjacent targets. Apply slow. This attack deals more damage with targets with slow. Clear slow from self and all allies. See, everything's about speeding up and slow. I love it. Apply 2 speed up, a maximum of 5 to self and all hero allies. For every enemy with slow, bury yourself and all hero Spider-Verse allies for 5% of this character's max health. And when we get to PENI's kit, that seems to be centered around barrier, where his kit is based around slow and speed up. This attack cannot be counterattacked. Let's go to this special right here. Attack. Primary target and do damage. Apply offense down for 2 turns and apply slow up to maximum 5. Rebound chain for adjacent targets. So if you want to spread offense down, that's an option for you there too. Clear 1 positive effect. Attack deals more damage against targets with slow. Apply speed up. Maximum 5. The 3 most injured hero Spider-Verse allies herself cannot be counterattacked. And then we've got the basic attack right here, which is going to hit a couple different targets. Attack primary target, apply slow, maximum of 5. Rebound chain to 2 adjacent targets, apply slow, maximum of 5. This attack deals 50% damage against targets with slow. Apply speed up to a random ally without speed up. If this character and allies have speed up, fill speed bar for 5% for self and all Spider Society allies. I don't know how important that is, but I think we could make a case for Striker on that. Let's take a look at that real quick. Because that is the ISO attack. We got that right here. I don't know. I feel like we're going to want to do Raider, but maybe Striker will make more sense there because turn meter is king. All right, let's go to Ghost Spider, who's going to be going 3rd at 119 speed. We have some stat increases right here. Damage 25%, health 40%, armor 20%, focus 20%, resist stat by 20%. And this is mostly a kit tweak. There's not a lot of changes in this. Mostly just adding the Spider Society tag and so on like that. Like this was just something that happened with Miles. When Ally Spider-Man Miles or Spider Society ally drops below 50% max health, apply stealth to that character. So this is adding some more sustain, because there's not a proper tank on this team. There's no taunting or anything like that. When an enemy attacks this character, a Web Warrior ally or Spider Society ally, so that's what's new right there. Attack that enemy for 250% damage. Gain dodge chance and damage. In raids, gain more damage. If there are 3 or more Spider Society allies, gain more damage. Spider Societies gain more damage. See there's a theme here. On spawn, apply speed up and evade to self and all hero Spider-Verse allies. on spawn. This character has 4 more Hero Spider-Verse allies. Generate 2 ability energy for 5 random Hero Spider-Verse allies or self that were not at full energy. So that is one of the battery mechanics on this team. The rest of them are on PENI, and we'll get to PENI's kit last. Let's go to the ultimate, and PENI gives out ability energy. So we'll just make an assumption that this is going to go off turn 1, and we're going to be able to spread all negative effects, potentially from Noir that could be disrupted, bleed, heal block, from Pav that could be defense down and slow. And then there's a secondary option on Noir to put even offense down. So spread a bunch of stuff, right? Excluding stun, ability block, and trauma from the primary target to all secondary targets. If this character has 3 or more Spider Society allies, clear taunt from all enemies. And that is new. That is new right there. Clearing taunt from all enemies. Let's go to the special. And this is the one that applies ability block on crit. But if we look at the passive on Pav, I think they're going to be critting almost always, especially if we put Raider on Ghost Spider, which that's what I'm going to do. All right, do damage, crit chance on crit, apply ability block, chain around, apply slow for 2 turns each target, apply assist now to 1 random Spider Society. And that was just a Miles thing but from before. And then I guess we could make a case for Striker because steal evade from primary target, attack primary target, gain evade in raids. If the primary target has slow, apply blind and bleed. Attack cannot be dodged. That might merit a case for Striker because that is also on the safety ISO attack. Well, it's right here, right here. There we go, right there. So being able to apply blind on a safety attack seems pretty powerful. We'll have to see. I'm still thinking that this team's mostly going to be about Raider. Now we're going to go to Peter B. Parker, which has a speed of 108, which will be going 4th based on the math that I've done there. Baby on board. Now, this is mostly about his passive. It seemed very powerful. On spawn, apply 2 death proof, defense up, deflect, and regeneration to self and all Hero Spider-Verse allies. I like that this is not specific to raids, not even specific to the Spider-Verse team. So, or the Spider Society team. That now this part is, and this is very powerful. In raids, apply 1 safeguard to self and all Spider Society allies. And this is a very powerful mechanic, and PENI will be able to re-up on the safeguard. On turn, prolong the duration of all positive effects by 1 on the most injured Hero Spider-Verse ally. Apply assist now to the highest damage Hero Spider-Verse ally. When this character or any Hero Spider-Verse ally is attacked, heal the most injured Hero Spider-Verse ally or self for 20% of the character's max health. Now this is super interesting and can't wait to see how this works. If this attack has clear vulnerable from this character and all Spider Society allies. So that means they're just not going to have vulnerables. They're not going to have vulnerables. Gain 10% assist chance and 10% per Spider Society ally. Gain a bunch of health and give max health and resistance to Spider Society allies, and then raids more resistance. If this character has 3 or more Spider Society allies, this character and Spider Society allies cannot gain defense down. They can't get defense down. Wow. Let's go to the ultimate. And the main thing about the ultimate is that it applies immunity. And then Peter B. Parker has 108 speed, and then PENI has 106. So I'm guessing that immediately afterwards, PENI can put up a safeguard so that you have the super awesome immunity safeguard combo. And then again, PENI's also going to be giving out ability energy on spawn. Attack primary adjacent targets and apply disrupted for 2 turns and offense down for 2 turns. Clear all negative effects from self and all Hero Spider-Verse allies. Defense up for 2 turns. And immunity to self and all Spider Society allies. Fantastic. Apply regeneration And then another regeneration for 2 turns, another regeneration for 3 turns. Most injured Hero Spider-Verse allies. Apply 3 counters to the Hero Spider-Verse ally with the highest damage. Heal up self and all allies for 25% of the character's max health. In raids, do additional healing to the Spider Society, which is fantastic. And then we've got the special attack primary and adjacent targets for damage. Clear all positive effects. Apply offense down for 2 turns. Clear heal block from self and all Spider Society allies. Apply regeneration to self and all Hero Spider-Verse allies. Heal the most injured Hero Spider-Verse ally for 30% of the character's max health. Apply offense up to the Hero Spider-Verse ally with the highest damage. And I don't see a lot of offense up on these kits. And also no taunt on themselves. So that's some interesting observations. So this probably will go to PAV, is what I'm going to guess. Not always, but I'm guessing most of the time that'll go to PAV. We'll have to see. Call the Hero Spider-Verse ally with the least speed bar to attack the most injured enemy. All right, what else do we have? Let's go to the basic. Attack primary target for damage. Apply offense down for 2 turns. Apply regeneration to 2 most injured Hero Spider-Verse allies. Apply evade to the 2 most injured Spider Society allies or self. And we'll take a look at his ISO attack assist. Again, I'm still thinking that Raider is going to make the most sense on this team, but there it is right there. Let's go to PENI, who's a little bit on the slow side, but super useful. Has a way of giving the team safeguard and applying trauma on the enemies. I'm liking that a lot. On spawn, this character does not have barrier. Barrier self and all Hero Spider-Verse allies for 15% of this character's max health. Generate 1 ability energy for self and all Spider Society allies. It gets better. Gain 2 deflects, and there's a lot of callouts in this kit to deflect, up to a maximum of 5, and barrier for that matter. In raids, generate an additional 5 ability energy for self and all Spider Society allies. So this is what's going to keep this team being a raid-focused team, and I have no idea if this team is going to be useful outside of raids. I think a lot of people are going to want to know, is this team going to be good inside of Alliance War? Is this team going to be good inside of Crucible? I feel that like Hive Mind has been, right? So we'll have to see. In raids, apply offense down to all enemies on spawn, which I believe that can also be spread by Ghost Spider. So that's just there out at the beginning. At the end of a turn, if this character does not have barrier, barrier self and all Hero Spider-Verse allies for 10% of the character's max health. Fill speed bar for 5% of self and all Spider Society allies. On block, so this is why the deflect was important earlier, by this character or a Spider-Verse ally, clear a random negative effect on that character. When this character or a Spider Society ally gains disrupted, clear a random negative effect from self and all Spider Society allies. When this character has deflect, so that's kind of important. When this character has deflect, lower the crit chance and crit damage by all enemies by 25%. Gain 100% resistance for each deflect on this character. Woof. Gain armor, and Hero Spider-Verse allies gain armor. So I'm like that it's callouts to Spider-Verse, not just Spider Society, right? Gain 25% max health. Hero Spider-Verse allies gain 25% max health. In raids, gain an additional 50% max health for self and all Spider Society allies. This right here, I love. I feel like this is going to feel good in raids always when it goes off because it does a lot of cool stuff. Clear all negative effects from self and all allies. Clear all positive effects on primary target. Apply slow and stun. Got a stun right there. Attack all enemies for damage. This character has barrier, gain extra damage. So that's why this kit is largely about barrier and deflect. For each deflect on this character, apply bleeds to each enemy up to a maximum of 5. Apply ability block to all support enemies. Apply 1 deflect up to maximum 5 to self and all allies. Apply counter, 2 death proof, and defense up to 2 turns to self and all allies. And most importantly, apply trauma to all enemies and safeguard 2 turns to self and all Spider Society allies. That's just amazing. Like, you're going to always want to do this. This attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. Then right here, attack primary target and do slow and stun. Fantastic. attack the primary target, engaging targets for damage, apply bleed and heal block. If this character has barrier, do extra damage. Clear all negative effects and apply stealth to the 2 most injured Hero Spider-Verse allies. Apply 1 deflect immunity offense up to self and all allies. Now, for all I know, this entire team is going to be Raider, but there's some cases to be made for maybe Skirmisher on some of them, and maybe there's a case to be made for Striker on some of them. But this is the one that I'm the most certain of that it's going to be Striker, right? And clear primary target for damage, clear all positive effects. If this character has barrier, gain 50% extra damage for this attack. Gain deflect for each Hero Spider-Verse ally up to a maximum of 5. Apply 1 deflect up to a maximum of 5 to all Hero Spider-Verse allies. And then this is the main thing right here. Generate 1 ability energy for self and all Spider Society allies. Yes! 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 ISO 8, counterattack, assists, has that right there. So I'm sold on PENI being Striker. We'll have to see. I mean, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, there's a lot of depends, and this is just initial thoughts. But Pav probably could be Raider also. Maybe Pav could be Skirmisher, but PENI should be Striker. And then I feel like with the passive on Pav just giving everybody crit damage and crit chance through the roof, Raider is going to make a lot of sense. Are you excited about this team? So, if I were to predict, of course, it's going to be a good raid team. What I think everybody's going to want to know, and what I personally really want to know, is this team going to be good outside of raids? Is it going to be good in Crucible? Is it going to be good in Alliance War? Generally, they have been lately, like Hive Mind was. Let me know in the comment section. Bye for now.